Hey everyone, it's Mari, and I'm back today with a project for the JustNick digital cut file design team. I'm going to be creating a 12 by 12 project today using a gorgeous cut file from the shop called Botanical Frame Background, and I just really love this, and it is going to be a perfect frame for this layout. Now I'm going to use this pattern paper from Simple Stories called Vintage Blessings. Or it's from the Vintage Blessings collection, I guess. I love this paper, and I am going to use this really pale yellow gingham paper as the base for my layout. So I'm going to be using just some really soft colors today, really delicate and pretty, and I just think that that goes along very nicely with this cut file. This is just a stunning file. I love it, and it's going to look really nice on this layout with the photographs, which are outdoor photographs. And I just really like the way that this cut file complements those photos and just helps tell the story of what is happening in my photos today. So I'm going to just take a little bit of liquid adhesive and adhere down this cut file to my patterned paper, and the adhesive is just going to go on that border edge around the entire cut file. I'm going to just struggle a little bit to try to get that straight. It is going to be super obvious if it's not straight because it's going onto that paper with lines on it. So just want to make sure that it is on the background there perfectly straight. And then I'll continue to build the mat for my photographs. Now my photographs are going to be about, I think I printed them at about 3.5 by 3.5 or so. And you can see that I've just matted them onto some white cardstock. Now I'm going to use just this piece of vellum and this really pretty soft pink and white dot pattern paper as a mat for my photos. So I'm going to just get that adhered down, and I'm really trying my best to make sure that that's kind of centered with the cut file. And I am going to just use my tape runner to adhere that mat down. And my idea was to put these two photographs here on top, and I am going to eventually pop those photos up using some foam tape. Now, I really love these photographs. They are, once again, more of the photographs of the kids' engagement. And I really love the beautiful tones of green, and there's some kind of yellows in the background as well. The photos were taken in September, so the leaves hadn't completely changed color yet, but they had started. And so the fall colors are evident slightly in the photograph. And I just really love the, I don't know if it's a filter or what it is on these photos, but just the soft nature of the colors in the background and how it's just kind of like a little bit blurred and so on. It just really creates these really lovely photographs of the two kids, and they're just really sweet. Love them. So I'm having lots of fun with these engagement photos, if you haven't noticed. And I am going to just use my ruler here, and it's clear that I don't have this on straight, so I just lift it up and straighten it a little bit so that it's basically mostly the same distance from each edge, and it's not going to be perfect, but it gets pretty close. And so you'll just see me removing that and moving it over just slightly a little bit so that it's a little more straight. Yeah, gonna get that done. Straighten that up, straighten it good. I'm not very good at measuring things, but anyway, I think I more or less have it. So that's good. That's perfect. Now I think I am going to go on here to adhere those photos down, and I just use some, like I said, some foam tape just to pop them up a little bit. I like popping my photos up onto a mat. I just think that it gives them a little bit more dimension, gives them a little more lift off of the layout so that the layout's just not so super flat. And I like that, how that looks. And I'm going to just put those little bits of foliage that are popping out from that cut file onto the photographs. And I just love that it kind of looks like it's the photos are sort of like embedded in the forest, which is where they are, right? They're outside in the trees and on this pathway, and it's just really pretty. I really like how this looks. So now what I'm going to do is start to do a little bit of embellishing, and I am going to use the Jen Hadfield Heart and Home die cuts to embellish this. I really love these little floral pieces, and I'm just going to adhere those with a little bit of foam tape there as well, just to pop them up a little bit. I took this die cut tag from the die cut pack the same die cut pack, so still the Heart and Home collection. And I just really like that. I like the addition of craft with the yellow and the greens. I just think it looks really nice, and I'm just going to add a few other little bits in here and get those adhered down. And like I said, I did pop those up a little bit. Now I am going to take this gold glitter lucky word. I'm not exactly sure if this is from Amy Tan or what. I think that's a possibility, but I'm not sure. And I'm going to use that as my title. I'm going to take one of the dimensional stickers still from that Jen Hadfield collection. I think about putting it in a few different spots, but I kind of like the idea of putting it right between those two photographs just to kind of join them together. And I think it just kind of adds a nice little bit there. And that tag says thankful on it, which is super cute. And now I am going to just take a few other little bits and pieces from that same phrase sticker sheet where the lucky came from. And I also had the Simple Stories, I think if it's called Vintage Blessing sticker sheet that was in the Crop and Create kit. I'm going to take a word phrase from there that says fall in pink, and I'm going to put that up by that heart on the top on the right. And I'm going to do some sewing on this layout as well. So the sewing is going to be across the bottom of that tag that says hello in craft. And I'm also going to do some sewing around the edge of the cut file as well. I just thought it added a little bit of extra texture to the layout, and I liked how that looked. So I'm just going to add some Heidi Swapp Gold color shine splatters here. And I think I'm going to lift the layout up so that you can have a closer look at it and see the stitching that I added. I also added a little bit of stitching to the one little leaf die cut from the Jen Hadfield die cuts on the left side of that cluster where the flowers are. And that will complete my layout. So thank you so much for stopping by. I will leave the link in the description box below to the JustNick cut file shop, and go over there and check out all of the gorgeous cut files in Nicole Noasad's shop. They are gorgeous as always, and I have so much fun playing with these cut files. They're amazing. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.